Welcome to today's session. What are we going to learn today? We are going to learn social science. Do you remember what was the other two units we studied in science previously? Yes, we studied Unit 1, our family, and Unit 2, our friends. So today what we are going to learn? We are going to learn Unit 3. What we are going to learn in Unit 3? We are going to learn Panchayat. So please take page number 168. Can we move to the lesson? So what is it? It is a story time. So while we are reading, we will be learning in detail about the Panchayat. Okay? Are you guys excited? Yes, even I am excited to learn with you all. Let's see. Dandora announcement. A special Gram Sabha meeting will be held on the occasion of Independence Day. All the villagers are requested to participate. So, what is this Dandora saying? Okay, Dandora is saying there's going to be a special Gram Sabha meeting. And when this Gram Sabha meeting is going to be held? It's going to be held on Independence Day. So, when is Independence Day? 15th of August. So during that time, all the villages will participate for the Gram Sabha meeting. So what do you mean by announcement? Okay, when you have some information which needs to given to the others, we call it as a announcement. Okay, so that's why Dandora announcement it's written. Let's see what's happening. After hearing the announcement, Inian rushed towards his home. Okay, so after hearing the Dandora's announcement, a small boy named Inian runs towards his home. So let's see what happens there. Inian, Dad, what did the Dandora announcer say? Dad, he announced that a special Gram Sabha meeting would be held on the occasion of Independence Day. Indian. What is Gram Sabha meeting? What will they do in the meeting? Dad. People of our village gather together and discuss about the roles of Panchayat board. Indian. Oh, I see. What is Panchayat board, Dad? So, what happens? Indian asks the dads, what is Dandora announcer say? And dad is like, Dandora announcement is saying about a special Gram Sabha meeting which will be held on Independence Day. But what happens? Indian doesn't understand what is Gram Sabha meeting or why this meeting is held. He's so confused. He have no idea what is Gram Sabha meeting is. He also have no idea why they are having that meeting. So when he asked that question, the artist is answering that people of a village gathered together. So all the people of their village will gather together and they will discuss. Discuss means they will talk about the roles of Panchayat board. Okay. What do you mean by roles? Okay. So when they have lot of things which they need to do. Okay. That is called as the roles. Indian is like, oh, I see. What is Panchayat board, Dad? Again, he comes up with a question. He doesn't understand what is Panchayat board also. Even we don't know, right? So let's see what's happening. So the dad is replying, I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you about Panchayat. Ours is a vast country. It has towns and villages. Therefore, many Panchayat must exist. Village Panchayat is the root of Panchayat Raj system. It provides the basic facility for the village people. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act was passed by the Parliament in April 1993. The amendment salient features is the three-tier system of Panchayat Raj. panchayat have been set up in every village with 500 people and above. There's lot of information in this. Okay, so we are gonna read one by one and I'm gonna explain it. Okay, so now dad is explaining about the panchayat board. So why there's a panchayat board? Because India is a vast country. Okay, it's a huge country. So it has towns and villages also. Am I right? So there are a lot of things. So we need people to administrate. So for that, panchayat must exist. So what is that? The root of all this panchayat system, okay? Village panchayat is the root of all the panchayat raj system. Okay, so every village will have a panchayat, and that is the root of all panchayat raj system. So what happens is like this panchayat board, why it is done? To provide the basic facility. Okay, to provide the basic facility for the people. So what is a basic facility? Water to the people, sanitation, street lights, proper road. So to provide all these kind of basic facilities, the panchayat is there. Okay, so when was it passed? It was passed on 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, okay, by the parliament in April 1993. Okay, so this, what happens in here? So what happens in here is they provide basic facilities for the village people, like laying of roads, water, all of the basic needs. And it was a act which was passed by the parliament in April 1993. Okay, so what happens? So the panchayat is a three-tier system. Okay, so every village with 500 people and above, you will see a panchayat. So what is three-tier? Three means three, number three, one, two, three. So there are three systems in the panchayat raj itself. So can you see this triangle divided into three? One, two, and three. Okay, so first one is district level, which is called as district panchayat or zilla parishad. Second one is block level, which is panchayat union, which is also called as mandal parishad or panchayat samiti. Third one is village level, which is also called as village panchayat or gram panchayat. So these are the three levels: district level, block level, village level. So district level we call it as a district panchayat. Block level we call it as a panchayat union. Village level we call it as a village panchayat. Do you understood? So this is called as three tier system of panchayat raj. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So when do they set up panchayat? When a village has above 500 people, they will have a panchayat. Okay, so now again Indian asks another question. Let's see what question Indian asks. Dad, who are all the members of village panchayat? What is asking? He's asking who are the members of village panchayat. Okay, so before understanding the answer, let's see the fact. There are almost 12,620 gram panchayat in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so there are almost village level panchayat, there are almost 12,622 only in Tamil Nadu. Okay, now let's see what was the answer. Let's learn from Indian dad. Okay, so the members are, let's see, dad is saying there is a president who is the head of panchayat and a vice president along with ward members 6 to 15. Okay, Indian is asking how the panchayat members are selected. Dad is replying, village people select the president and members through the election. There is one election every 5 years. Okay, so who are the members? They will have one president who's the head of the panchayat. Okay, and head of the panchayat and said, in your class you'll have a class leader, right? One person like that. In the panchayat also they call them as a president, and they are head of the panchayat and vice president, and then with them they will have ward members 6 to 15. So let's see. So there's a president, then there's a vice president, and there are 6 to 15 ward members. Okay, so these are the members in the panchayat level. Okay, so the next question what Indian asks is how the panchayat members are selected. So all these people, president, vice president, and ward members, how are they selected? Dad is replying, the village people are selected, okay, through election. So who selects them? The village people. How do they select? They select them through election. So when does the election happens? Every 5 years the election happens. Okay, are you clear? Can we move to the next? Okay, so there's an interesting traditional method of election. What do they call this? Kuda Olai. What do they call this? Kuda Olai. This is a traditional method of election. So what happens is all the village people, they will gather on one particular date, and there'll be two mud pots. Okay, so that's why it is called as kudam. Okay, that's why it's called as kuda. Okay, olai. Why would they call it as olai? Because they write the candidate's name in palm leaves. Palm leaves is called as olai in Tamil. That's why it is called as kuda olai, which is kudam plus olai. That is the mud pot with the plus the palm leaf. Okay, so how do they determine the winner? Okay, the candidate having maximum number of leaves would be elected. So the candidate having maximum number of the olai will be elected. Okay, so this was a traditional method of election. Okay, so we will read this. Kuda olai is a traditional method of election. Village people gather and write the names of preferred candidates in palm leaves and kept it in a mud pot called kudam. The candidate having maximum number of leaves would be elected. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, Indian also asks another question over here. That what are the duties of these members? Okay, so we have panchayat. Then the members are selected through the election. So now Indian is asking what will be the duties of these people? What will they do? So let's see what dad answers. That their duty is to provide basic needs of the villages. The obligatory functions of the panchayat are providing electricity and maintaining the street lights, construction and maintenance of village wells, providing drinking water, constructing roads and maintaining them, setting up sewage channels, constructing small bridges, repairing primary school buildings, providing sanitation facilities. So, totally, how many duties are there? 8 duties. So, these people, the elected people, the president, the vice president, and the ward members, what do? They make sure all these 8 facilities are available and are in a good position for the people. Okay, so Indian is saying, oh, they are doing so much work, but to do the works, they need a lot of money. What will they do for the money? So, what happens? They are doing almost 8 things, right? And 8 are like big, big things: constructing roads, sewage channels, maintaining the primary school buildings, constructing small bridges. There's lot of things. To do all these things, we need lot of money. So, Indian is asking, Dad, where will they get the money from? So, let's see. So, here is the reply. Our central and state government provides money to the panchayat. We pay tax to panchayat. Panchayat use this money for the development of the village. Collecting tax is an obligatory function of panchayat. They do some discretionary functions too, such as planting trees on either side of the road, setting up and maintaining of public markets, setting up of gardens, establishing passenger lodging, setting up and maintaining of playgrounds, constructing library, establishing centers for informal and adult education, organizing festivals in village, maintaining the cleanliness of the village. So, what is the answer for this? Yes. So what happens? The central and the state government will provide the money for all the facilities they need to do. Okay. But where do they get this money, the central and the state government? Okay. We pay tax, right? So from the tax, the panchayat uses the money to develop the village. So other than this 8 things we saw, like the sewage, water, sanitation, small bridges, other than that, the panchayat also does these small things like planting of trees, organizing festival. These 9 things is also done by the panchayat. Okay. So can you see over here taxes? So what are the types of taxes? Household taxes, tax for drinking water, property tax, professional tax. So these are the 4 taxes. So with these 4 taxes, the central and state government from the taxes gives the money to the panchayat to use them to develop the village. Okay. So what happens next? Indian, Dad, will you go to the Gram Sabha meeting which will be held tomorrow? Dad is like, sure, I will go. It is important to participate in the Gram Sabha meeting to discuss about the village development plans and to take remedial measures. So Indian is asking, Dad, will you go to the meeting which is gonna held on Independence Day? And Dad is like, yes, we should go because it's really important. All the villages discuss about the development plans and they also take remedial measures. So for that, we definitely need to participate. Okay. So let's see what is written in the green box. Okay. So the awards are given to the best performing panchayat. Okay. So 850 houses were built free of cost for the people of Odandurai Panchayat in Coimbatore. The Panchayat attained the level of self-sufficiency to provide basic facility. The village got the following awards: Nirmal Pushkar Awards, Bharat Ratna Rajiv Gandhi Environmental Awards. Okay, so for the best village also the government used to give awards. So like that in Tamil Nadu in Coimbatore, okay, in a village called Odanturai, they got 2 awards. Okay, one is Nirmal Pushkar Award The other one is Bharat Ratna Rajiv Gandhi Environment Award. Okay, so let's see what is written in the pink box. Gram Sabha meeting must be held at least 4 times a year. Meeting must be conducted on following dates: 26th January, 15th August, 1st May, and 2nd October. What is written here? Gram Sabha meeting should be held at least 4 times a year. Okay, in a year it should be held on 4 times. What are the times? One is 26th January. What is 26th January? It's Republic Day. What is 15th August? Independence Day. What is 1st May? Labor's Day. What is 2nd of October? Gandhi Jayanti. So the Gram Sabha Panchayat should at least meet 4 times a year, and those are 26th, 15th, 26th January, 15th August, 1st May, and 2nd of October. Okay, so duties of Gram Sabha. The 3 duties. Okay, read along with me. Planning and executing village development programs, verifying income and expenditure of village funds, planning to rectify the grievance of the people. So the 3 important duties are: one is they need to plan and execute. Not only they should plan, they also need to make sure that it is executed. What do you mean by executed? It is done. Okay, so why they do it? For the development of the village. So then verifying income and expenditure of village funds. They need to also maintain and have a track of the village funds. Then they need to plan to rectify the grievance of the people. So if the people face any situation or any, if they come up with a complaint, they should also do something about it, and they should plan to rectify it, to correct it. Okay, so now whatever we saw was about village panchayat. So there's a small write up on town panchayat. Let's see what is town panchayat. These are same as village panchayat in the towns. Here the population ranges between 5,000 to 30,000. The members of the town panchayat are elected in the same way as village panchayat. Their tenure is 5 years. They fulfill the basic requirements of the people of the town. So what is written here? Just like the village panchayat, the town panchayat is also works. Okay, but in village panchayat there is 500 people, but in a town panchayat the population ranges between 5,000 to 30,000. Okay, the same way they will have president, vice president, ward members. Okay, and just as the village panchayat, even in town panchayat every 5 years the election happens. Okay, and just like the village panchayat, these town panchayat people also need to fulfill the basic requirement of the people in the town. Okay, that is the difference. Okay, so whatever we are studying right now, we are gonna have a recap. Okay, village panchayat provides the basic facilities for the village people. Panchayat Raj is the three-tier system. Collecting tax is a compulsory duty of panchayat. Gram Sabha meeting must be held at least 4 times a year. The member of the town panchayat are elected in the same way as village panchayat. Okay, so this is what the main things we studied. We talked about village panchayat and how do they provide basic facilities. Do you remember we saw the triangular, right? Then we saw why tax is important, because they help in the development of the village. Then we saw Gram Sabha meeting should be held definitely 4 times a year. Okay, and then village panchayat is same as the town panchayat, but in town panchayat they are 5,000 to 30,000 people. Okay, so with this you're gonna do homework. So page 178 and 179 is for homework. Okay kids, meet you during the next session. Thank you. Stay safe.